Hello, hello, it's Dr. G. Good afternoon and happy Wednesday. I'm Dr. Goldie. You're a double board certified obesity medicine physician and best-selling author, creator of Fit by Design, and founder of Illinois Wellness and Weight Loss Centers in Chicago. And I thought I would talk briefly to you guys about presenteeism. I had an experience today where I went out to run some errands and I ran into clearly two different types of employees. They both were remarkable in their own way, one in a positive way and one in a not so positive way. So, the first one that I encountered was a very nice lady. She actually was obviously working a little bit under pressure because she was the only person present in an environment where clearly there should have been a few more people there to help her. And I take it that her job was a little bit strapped because they didn't have enough employees there. She was working alone, and she was obviously, like I said, under a little pressure because she had a very long line. She was working alone, they were understaffed, and she could have used a little bit of help. But she was actually really, really pleasant. She was very pleasant. She was extremely cordial to everyone she encountered, and she was helpful, and she did her job excellently. The second person I encountered, actually, I stepped up to her, um, to her counter, and I'm not sure that she looked at me. I think she actually looked through me. She didn't make eye contact. She didn't ask me if she could help me. She just literally stood there and waited for me to have something to say. So I had no problem like stepping up to her, telling her what it was I wanted, but I was a little taken aback because this lady obviously she needed like a lunch break, or she needed like some caffeine, or she just needed like some customer service counseling, or she needed some help. She was not remarkable in the job that she had to do. So, those were the two different people I encountered. So, like, what's presenteeism anyway? We all know what absenteeism is, right? That's where we are not at work, whether it is a scheduled time to be off work or a non scheduled time to be off work, whether we are calling in sick, or we are on vacation, or we're on maternity leave, but we're not scheduled to be at work, or for whatever reason we're not at work. That's what the definition of being absent from work is. Absenteeism is a huge thing in the USA in the workforce. Absenteeism is a big thing in the workforce because it costs so many billions of dollars to be absent. But what's presenteeism? Presenteeism means you showed up for work, but literally you are not there. You are not productive in the work that you were hired to do. Either you are ineffective, you are not productive, you are not doing the job that you were hired to do, you are not doing it to the best of your ability. You are clearly getting paid, but you are not living up to the expectation of your employer or to your job description or what you were hired to do. That's what it means to have presenteeism in the workforce. You're not productive, right? You're not productive. And experts say that there are different reasons why people have presenteeism in the workplace. Maybe you show up to work and you're scrolling social media, similar to what we're doing today, right? We're in social media platforms and you are following me. I don't know. Is that allowed at work for you? Is that allowed? Is that okay? Or maybe you show up to work and you're answering your personal emails. Maybe you're planning your birthday party. You are on Google planning your next vacation. Maybe you are planning a baby shower. I don't know. But are you being paid to do that? Or is that something that you're showing up to work to do and you're on your employer's time doing it? And I'm going to tell you, I admit that I never thought about that. before becoming an employer. How about that? Before I actually became an entrepreneur and the owner of a business, I never really thought about, what employees did when they were at work. It didn't concern me. I never thought about it. But being an employer who's paying employees for production to produce, to show up, to be their best, and to elevate um, my platform in the workplace, it's a concern when people are not being their best self at work. Now, this costs money. This is costing somebody some money. And if you're not an employer, you really don't care. But if you are an employer, it matters because you are paying people to do their own thing at work, and that is not cool. Collectively, this costs a lot of money in the US, right? It's costing 150 billion dollars every year for people to come to work and not do the jobs that they're being paid for. 150 billion dollars is quite a bit of money, right? So employers are always trying to figure out how they're going to get their employees to be more productive, how they're going to do it, right? So, you know, people suggest a few things. One, to promote better work-life balance, right? People need better balance in their lives because a lot of times when people aren't productive at work, it's because something is lacking at home, something is lacking in their personal lives, something is lacking or preventing them from having a healthy combination or healthy life balance or healthier day. Um, that needs to be like really examined. Um, People need more sick days or designated sick time versus work time because sometimes if you work at a place where you don't get sick time, you come to work sick. How many people do you know show up to work with COVID or with upper respiratory tract illnesses or not feeling their best selves because they can't afford to miss the hours of work? So they show up, they expose everybody to what they got going on. They're not productive, but they're there. Okay. And then, thirdly, I think that employers need to really commit and encourage health and wellness in their employees in the workplace. And that's where, like, we at Illinois Wellness and Weight Loss Centers, that's where we come in. We're concerned, we care about your wellness, okay? Things that make you not just a better employee, but a better person, to give you a better life balance and to help your health in the long run. So, like I said, that's where we come in. We want to help you to be more present in the workforce, more productive, more positive, more optimistic, and so that you can do a better job. So, I want to give you a few things that I think that you can do to help you to eliminate presenteeism, okay? Help you to be more productive in the workspace and to help you be a better you. And the first thing, and I always like driving this concept day in and day out, the concept of exercising. Okay, exercise. I talk to clients all the time about the benefits of exercise. I gave a talk today or the other day about why it's important to exercise in the morning as opposed to the afternoon or evening. Granted, you're going to get benefits anytime you work out, but really, if you work out in the mornings, that's going to help you be a better person at work. It's going to give you more optimism. It's going to give you more clarity, more mental focus. It's going to give you more energy. So when you show up, you're not like on the desk, you're not under the desk, you're not like somewhere socializing, you're not doing things that you're not getting paid to do. You're being there for your company, for your place of work. You're showing up in the best possible way. It's going to help you to lower stress. When we get overwhelmed and we get overstressed, sometimes we just totally tune out. We tune out. It's like we just can't deal with the stress, and so we clock out. We clock out. We're on our phones. We're scrolling. We're texting our boyfriends all day long. What do you want for dinner? Where do you want to go on Friday night? All of that stuff we're not getting paid for. Exercise. Let's work out. Let's work out for some clarity here. The second thing is our nutrition. Man, how many of you go to work and before you go to work, you go through the drive-through and you get some processed breakfast sandwiches, and then when it comes time for lunch, you order out at your favorite eatery, right? You eat a lot of unhealthy junk food, fast food at work, and you get the itis. Can anybody relate to what the itis is? You know who you are. You know who you are. You eat your lunch, and after lunch, you need to take a nap. You want to lay it down and take a nap after lunch, and for the rest of the day, you're really not doing much. You are drinking coffee, you're eating like snacks out of the vending machine just to keep enough energy to stay awake so you can clock out at 3 or 4 or 5 or whenever clock out time is. Poor nutrition is going to be related to brain fog, sleepiness, lack of energy. Okay? You don't have the energy you need to have to produce. We need to eat better. Let's ditch all of the processed crap we eat, the junk foods. Let's stop, drinking like 24 or 36 ounces of Starbucks with all the syrup, all the sugar, all of the whipped cream, and all of the calories because it's like really not helping. It's not helping at work, okay? Eating and drinking these empty calories is, contributing to poor performance at work. It's making us, pretty much, I'm going to say fat and lazy. We need to eat better. And then thirdly, maybe we just need to address why we're where we are. Maybe we're not really happy in our chosen careers, professions. We're not happy with our workplace. We really don't want to be there. Maybe it's time to move on to something greater. Maybe we don't see it as our purpose. Maybe we need to do something other. Maybe we would be better in another job role. But we need to address that. Like what's your company culture? Like what does your company stand for? What are the values that your company has, and do they align with your values? Maybe they don't, because if they don't, you're not going to want to be there. It's just wasting your time. You're just wasting your employer's money, and you're wasting your time and energy. So we really need to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, am I in the right place? Is this good for me? Would I be better suited doing something else? So these three things we can address to help us to be more present in the workplace, as a part of the workforce, as a part of, being a productive member of society. Let's examine why we're there. Let's eat better. Let's exercise more. Let's work on our life balance and our health and wellness. And then we can save a lot of money and save ourselves a lot of stress and heartache and be in a better place. So those are my things that I have to say about presenteeism, And again, I'm Dr. Goldie. I am the founder of Illinois Wellness and Weight Loss Centers in Chicago, the creator of Fit by Design, and I'm a best-selling author, and I'm a health and wellness physician who specializes in obesity medicine. So I help women who are really, really struggling with their weight to embrace wellness and all the things health, nutrition, exercise, and habits. And by doing so, they ditch weight just effortlessly and they find themselves in a healthier, happier space. So you guys can follow me on all social media platforms at Ask Dr. Goldie MD. That's on the web, askdrgoldiemd.com, and on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn under Ask Dr. Goldie MD. That's AskDrGoldiemD. So thanks for joining me for this Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.